I'm back in the house. I'm back in the house. What's up? It's your boy Eric Taylor to Astrology. And it's long overdue, right? I know you've been waiting. I'm sorry I kept you waiting. You know your boy been busy. Back to my North Node house series. This is the North Node in the 7th house. Siete's house. Siete's house. Yeah, North Node. So that means we're talking about the South Node in the 1st house on the ascendant, right? They do that dance back and forth. So let's break down the North Node, the South Node, the 7th house, and some famous people. Although, you know, your boy thinks you're famous. Yes, you do. So what's the North Node? The North and South Node of the moon. These are these points. The North Node, also known as Rahu, the dragon's head, is consuming energy, right? It's obsessive, it's illusion. It is sort of like your purpose, mission, destiny. It's an energy that you need to move towards. You start to recognize it after the age of 30, but it doesn't mature until between the ages of 42 and 48 years old. You got that? Okay. And then the South Node of the moon, the South Node, also known as Ketu, is the dragon's tail, like the body. Has no direction, right? Has no head, can't see a thing. But it's very spiritual. It's also like kind of smoke and illusion. It's more about, enlightenment. It's the first 30 years of your life, but it's also your past life energy and karmas. The South Node is really gifts and skills that you've mastered from a past life, and it just comes natural to you, real easy peasy, greasy for sheezy, maneasy, right? So, and the 1st house is your ascendant, right? I gotta get more specific in case there are people watching who don't really know that much of astrology. And the 7th house is your descendant, the other half. So let's break down what the 7th house means. So it's the other half, it's partnerships, relationships, marriage. It's the courthouse, the marketplace for shopping, bargaining, right? I want my rice, my beans, this and that. It is open enemies, the enemies that you know and you see them coming. It's also kind of like mass appeal. Shout out to Guru, Gangstar, Primo, But it's like that mass fame. The 7th house is also contracts, negotiations. You're making moves, you're making deals. It's all about business, right? Marriage, don't forget, it is a contract. Some of you who've been divorced, you know that. It's not a game. You got to choose wisely. So that's the 7th house. The Ketu, South Node, 1st house, that's the ascendant. The outer mask, how people see you, the energy they feel from you. It's your psychology, your head. It's like the upper jaw to the crown of the head. It's your physical appearance. It's your I am energy, okay? So you got the North and South Node, you got the houses. Let me give you some celebrities. I mean, Ravi Shankar, legendary Indian singer, whose daughter, oh my God, I always forget her name. Beautiful singer, I think is the daughter. Barack Obama, Malcolm X. I've had a bunch of clients who've had this placement. So understand that this can be tricky. So now we've kind of gone full circle. Start off with the 1st house. Now we're doing the opposite, right? The opposition. The North Node now has reached the 7th house. So this means your past life energy, we start with the South Node first, was kind of all about you. You were the leader. You were competitive. You were assertive. And the sign does matter. That's why you hit me up, taylor2coaching@gmail.com. because the signs will flavor, and then you have to look at the ruler of that sign. So let's just use for an example, if your south node is in Taurus and your north node's in Scorpio in the 7th house. So the north node, you'll be looking for where's Mars in the chart and how's it doing. And then with the south node Ketu, you'll be looking at where is Venus, right? That rules Taurus. Where is Venus in the chart and how's that doing? Because that flavors the chart and the story of these placements. That's how complex and how detailed astrology is and how you have to break it down. It's a super science, all right? This is the map of your life. It's not a game. So what you're looking for here is that you really are kind of not really knowing who you are. Right? You're unsure of your appearance. You're unsure of your identity. You could mentally or psychologically not really get or understand who you are in life. You might have known it in a past life, but now in this life, the whole connection and rhythm back and forth is, who am I? And then how do I learn who I am through the other half? Who are they? Who am I doing business with? Who am I in a relationship with? Who am I getting married to? Who's the partnership? Who am I signing deals with? Who am I buying things from? Who am I connecting with, right? So that is a huge part of this story. So these people, not everyone, but a lot, can be extremely obsessive about relationships and marriage. I mean, like a freaking Don Juan and Don Juanita, always seeking love, which also means sex, but always seeking partnership and connection, right? There's this constant hunger because it's the North Node, the dragon's head, it's consuming, right? And sometimes you can marry for love, but you can marry for money. More often than not, these people will be married more than once. Not everybody, so don't go writing in the comments, I've only been married once and da-da-da. How old are you? Still could switch up. I'm not, wishing to put anything on anybody, but I'm just being honest. Because transits come in and activate this placement and then the ruler of it. So that's why you have to get your birth chart done to find out all the goodies, the insights, astrological insights. But understand that you can really attract and desire people from a myriad of different religions, backgrounds, cultures, ethnicities, right? You could be the Irish guy who dates Italian girls, Puerto Rican girls, black girls, Trinidadian girls, Russian, Polish girls, right? Or you could be the Dominican lady who's like, oh my God, I love me Jewish men. And I gotta, I want to try this black guy. I want the Puerto Rican guy. I want the guy from, Saudi Arabia. I mean, it's very much because it attracts the foreign energy, okay? So this is what happens. Usually you can marry someone from a different race or culture. And I mean, we're all related anyway at the end of the day, we got to get past. There's only one race, people, the human race. Capiche? But let's deal with what we deal with. You're going to be attracted to all different types of people. And not just for love, sex, and marriage, but also for making moves, contracts, and deals. So you could be a mover and shaker and have business opportunities and business deals in foreign lands with different cultures of people. Now, remember, we always will revert back to our south node. So a lot of times in life, you're gonna, when you stumble, right? We all kind of like fumble and stumble and crumble a little, right? But you get back up. But when you do that, you're gonna revert back to the I am energy, the physical appearance, the outer mass, right? Who am I? The south node. That's more your comfort place. That is like the bed and the pillow, right? That's your blankie. It's my little blankie. I've had since I was a little boy, right? That's that energy. So understand that you have to move forward towards the north node. If you stay in the south node, you'll be sick, stomach ache, migraine headaches, no good, no bueno. But after we reach and achieve the North Node, you actually kind of want to go back to the South Node, because that's the spiritual enlightenment. Okay? So that's how you really kind of handle the energy of the North and South Node and the dance in the houses, but the sign flavors it. So you must understand the sign and the sign's ruler, right? So if it's Libra, it's Venus, Aries, Mars. If it's Pisces, 7th house, it's Jupiter. 1st house, Virgo, Mercury. You get it? So then you look in your chart, and then whatever house the Mercury is in and what sign it's in. Oh, well, wait a minute. I got Mercury debilitated in Sag. Okay, well then, you might be kind of preachy and talking a lot of smack and arrogant sometimes. Or the North Node, that North Node might be in Gemini, Mercury. So, you could be kind of a trickster and a flirt and always, these people can have affairs and you can be cheated on. But that's more than Lilith in the 7th house. This particular situation, you tend to be the one to have extramarital affairs or kind of be in long-term relationships and not commit to marriage. You're like, I don't need no jewelry. I'm kind of with this one and then I'm with that one, So, but the main focus is really, for the most part with this placement, is business, marketing, money. How you are going to obtain success and fame. You're going to always be negotiating and figuring out this and doing that and that. And that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. Just understand the tightrope and the balance beam of the spirituality of the kind of ego self I am psychologically. Because I always say you balance this out. Some astrologers will say 50-50. Your boy Eric Taylor, I tend to say 70-30. 70 towards the North Node, 30 towards the South Node. But when you get to like 65, 70 years old, maybe you need to start looking back and be like, all right, South Node, I see you. I'm coming back. We're gonna rock with this energy. I'm coming back. And that's okay. That's bueno. You understand? But this can make you very humble, very spiritual, And your focus is not going to be on your parents or your children. Your focus for the most part in life is about me and who I'm with. Me, who I'm dating. Me, who I'm making Benjamins with. Me, and who I'm married to. That's kind of how it will play out. Okay? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you're not a good mother. I'm not saying you're not a good papa. That can happen. You look at the chart completely. But in this one placement, this is what you seek. This is what you can experience. This is what you can feel. This is what can rain down on you. Oh, man. I'm having fun tonight. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to really get dedicated and back to this series and my Mercury series. And I also just started the Secrets of the Moon Sign series. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and just understand, you got to be careful because you can wind up hurting people that you really love, so ease in to this North Node energy. So what does it mean actually? Maybe you should get married after your Saturn returns and the sun matures. So after 29, after 30. Because if you do this before then, you're not even supposed to be headed towards the North Node and your cerebral cortex hasn't formed and you're not mature enough and you haven't dealt with the discipline of your Saturn. So more often than not, you will wind up in a divorce. Okay? I'm just being real, You come here because I speak the truth. That's who your boy is. All right? So I appreciate you, North-South Node. The best remedy for this is really just understanding there's more than always seeking partnership and relationship. And you do really want to mentally and psychologically try to have the self-love first. Answer the big question in life. Be introspective. Who am I? This will tend to play better in a fixed sign axis, right? Aquarius, Leo. Scorpio, Taurus. When it's in mutable, it can, Gemini, Sag, Virgo, Pisces, it can be kind of back and forth. I don't want to say wishy-washy, but just it's a lot. And then in cardinal, they can be very consuming of initiating the relationships, okay? Especially if this was the Aries Libra axis, but great for Cancer, Capricorn in terms of making that money. All right, North Node, thank you. Hope I broke it down for you, real good style. And I see you. I see when you watch me sometimes. I see through your iPhone, through your Galaxy. I never met anybody with a Google phone. Through your computer. I see you watching me. And I thank you. I appreciate you. All right? I over and understand. Hope you understand the plan. I'm gonna unwrap the saran. Just like Dapper Dan, lyrically I'm the man with more than a plan. North Node in the 7th house. Don't overconsume. Don't overeat. Don't mistreat your spouse. And go get that fame. Go get that money. Just don't ever sell out your soul for it. That ain't worth it. All right? Nothing but love. Deuces. Siete's house, North Node, 7th house. Rahu, South Node, Ketu, 1st house. I'm Eric Taylor, Taylor to Astrology. Thanks for coming to my neighborhood, my channel. It's kind of fly over here. This is how we get down over here. You know what I'm saying? No fugazi stuff, no games, straight raw, dog, chaser, truth, from the booth, astrology, the map of your life, unlocking the ancient wisdom, pa-pow. Later. Bye, North Node, 7th house. Peace. Oh, hit me up, taylor2coaching@gmail.com, the IG, the TikTok, Taylor2 Astrology, the Twitter at Taylor2C and at Big 3 Astrology, and the Patreon, $5, $10 a month, or the Facebook, got 2 groups, Taylor2 Coaching. All right? And you can visit the website, Taylor2coaching.com. Gotta fix it up, and I'll be working on that soon, but your boy is one person, I'm crazy busy. And I hope I see you December 3rd for the free webinar and December 10th for Astrology.